So today I want to show you how to get the speed of a ship if you're playing on high realism without map updates, or if you're playing with a mod that doesn't show you the exact speed, such as the Dark Wraths or the Dark Wraith's new UI mod, which I'm using. So it's really quite simple and it's really quite it's high school simple math, and it really requires not a lot of knowledge. It's just simple map tools and a little bit of math. I suggest when you're playing Silent Hunter 5, if you want a little bit more realism, I suggest you have just a simple pocket calculator on hand. It saves you alt-tabbing out of the game and pausing it to have a calculator ready. I know there are mods to have the calculator in-game, but that clutters up the UI that's already cluttered, so it's nice to have a pocket calculator on hand for calculating all sorts of small things. And I'll be using my own submarine to get the speed of it. That way we can compare to the speed that we actually know we're getting, that we can see on the UI, so that we know for sure the accuracy that we're getting. This will work on any ship though, however. You see, if I click on one, I don't get a direct speed because I'm using the Dark Wraths UI. So I'm just going to get up to sea a little bit and stop the boat completely, and then I will show you exactly how this is done. Alright, so my boat has completely stopped now, so all I'm going to do is bring up the nav map. And so obviously my boat is right here, so you would have to have a visual contact or some other way of knowing exactly where a boat is. The more exact the better, and I am gonna mark directly off the bow of my U-boat, because that's a fairly accurate place to mark. I'm simply going to get up to my desired speed first, so I'm just gonna go say, we'll see what it can get up to here at all slow. So it's saying about 6 knots. So I'm going to make my initial mark, but I'm going to pause the game first. I'm making roughly 6 knots, but anyways, I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to mark the very tip of my bow, and now I'm going to open up the stopwatch with O when I unpause the game and immediately start timing for 1 minute. The longer you time, the more accurate your calculations will be, obviously, but obviously the less time you have to react. So I'm going to unpause O, and then I'm going to start timing, and I'm going to time for 1 minute. And at 1 minute, I'm going to pause the game again and make a second mark. So I'm just going to up the TC a little bit. And so yeah, 1 minute, I will pause the game. We have the luxury of pausing. Alright, so that's 1 minute exactly. I'm going to mark it again. Again, the more precise your marks are, the better, so when you're fully zoomed in, you get the best results possible. So now I'm going to measure the distance in between these 2 points that we've marked. So I'm going to go between this one and this one. Now, Silent Hunter isn't totally accurate. There are mods to fix this, but the accuracy is only 50 meters. It'd be nice if we had more accuracy. So that's where timing for longer periods of times definitely reduces your error percentage. But it's saying that I did 150 meters. Back here is 100, and up here's it's closer to 200. I'd say 175, but it says 150, so we'll stick with 150 as our calculation number. So now all I need to do is do the math. So I'm just gonna alt tab because I actually don't have a calculator. Anyways, so we did 150 meters in 60 seconds. So that means that in 1 hour, that's 60 minutes, so 150 times 60, that means we did 9,000 meters in 1 hour, so that's 9 kilometers an hour. Now to convert from kilometers to knots is 1 knot is 1.852 kilometers, so 9 kilometers divided by 1.852 gets us 4.85 knots. So the game thinks I am making 4.85 knots when it said I was making just under 6. If we took in the original calculation that I estimated, that was 175 meters. That's 175 meters in 60 seconds times 60 minutes in an hour gives us 10.5 kilometers. So 10.5 times 1.852 gives us 19.446 knots. Or sorry, divided by 1.852 gives us 5.66 knots. So that's roughly about what my boat was showing. And again, if we go to the original 150 meters, which is 9 kilometers, again that gives us 4.85 knots. So again, the error percentage is quite high there. Up to par, about a 15% error or whatever. So yeah, that's definitely where doing 3-minute calculations can definitely be a lot more accurate. We can go back in game and we can repeat that if we want and see if we can get a more accurate reading. So it says 500 meters. Again, we're just on the edge of 550, so I'd say that's closer to like 520, 515 or so, but we'll put in 500 meters over 3 minutes. So it gets a little more complicated there. So 500 meters over 3 minutes. Now 3 minutes in an hour, that gives us 20 multiples, so 500 times 20. So I'm doing 10,000 in 1 hour, 10 kilometers in 1 hour. Divide that by 1.852 and you get 5.334 knots. So again, there's a little bit more error there. I think it would be something closer to 10.1, 10.2, maybe even a little further. It's not totally accurate. Again, the longer you can do it, the more accurate. So yeah, I guess we're doing somewhere around 5.6 knots. I'm not 100% sure, but that is how you get the speed of a ship in knots, just based on 2 track marks over a given period of time. It explains itself quite easily. So that's another video from the team here at Gotta Play Them All. I hope that was a quick little helpful tip for you, and we will see you guys next time.